This is money. This is money. This is toilet paper. I save gold and silver. I don't save dollars. I'm very much a hard asset. I own oil wells simply because oil is energy and economies run on energy. And will Trump win? I think he will win simply because his base is stronger and stronger and stronger. And he's helped by the biggest campaign manager of all, Hunter Biden. You know what I mean? Everything Hunter Biden does makes Trump look good. I like Bitcoin because, well, we have an enemy in common. It's called the federal government, the Treasury, the Fed, and Wall Street. I don't trust them. If you trust them, save dollars and get yourself a nice bond. I don't trust those guys.
Get ready to stay informed and make smarter financial decisions. Now, let's begin our enlightening discussion with Robert Kiyosaki.
I'm not political. It's a dirty game. So I say to people, I'm not Republican or Democrat, liberal or conservative. I'm a free agent, and I say to people, get back on your own gold standard. Why wait for the government to do it for you? Just get on your own gold standard. So as you know, Danielle, all of these years, I'm a broken record. Buy gold, buy silver. Not ETFs, buy gold, buy silver, the real stuff. Politics is such a dirty, dirty game. You don't know. I think the saddest thing is when the Justice Department and the FBI, they seem to be politicized. They seem to be on one side. And that's the end of democracy. When I can't trust the FBI or the DOJ, Department of Justice. Like Merrick Garland called parents terrorists for questioning school boards. And so when you politicize our public agencies, that's fascism. Basically fascism is when a public enterprise becomes a private enterprise. I have tremendous respect for Robert F. Kennedy Jr. I have tremendous respect for his father and, John Kennedy. They're brave men. As you know, they gave their lives for it, unfortunately. Very brave men. And that speaks horribly about America. But, when you take down your political leaders with a gun, that's not good. So I have tremendous respect for RFK. I hope he has. I don't know if he has Secret Service protection yet, but I hope he does. What happened is just recently, 2 months ago, I think Biden or the Treasury took the debt ceiling cap off so they could print more money. As soon as they could do that, stock market took off. This is unsustainable. I mean, this is, it's compounding debt now. It's accelerating debt. I'm in a big gold and silver guy. I'm a hard asset person and hard oil. I don't buy much paper. I own gold companies and all, stuff like this. But I don't trust the government. That's the thing about the 1.8 trillion in debt, new debt in 2 months when it took 209 months to acquire the first 1.8 trillion. This is the saddest thing, Daniel, because I've been an advocate for financial education. That's why I wrote Rich Dad Poor Dad. That's why Trump and I travel the world, because we're capitalists. We're not Marxists. But the biggest asset in America today is student loan debt. In other words, America is getting rich, and thanks to Barack Obama from Hawaii, Barack Obama basically let student loan debt loose, and now is our biggest asset of America. In other words, America is trying to survive on the backs of our college kids. If that's not criminal, I don't know what is. It just feels unconscionable to me. That's what I'm saying. Well, I don't know if we can tell anybody anything these days, Danielle. It's really, I still keep saying to people, put yourself on your own gold standard or silver. I have a lot of silver, eagles and coins because I want to be off the grid. I want to be off the Treasury and Fed and Wall Street. I want nothing to do with those criminals. Do I mean, as Warren Buffett's, somebody just asked, well, Charles Payne asked me on Fox, he says, what about Wall Street saying, I said, Warren Buffett said it best, never ask an insurance salesman if he should buy more insurance. And it's like, because the Wall Street Journal is saying everything is good in S&P land. I'm going, how would you believe those guys? I want to be able that I can spend my money freely. So, I store my money in different places throughout the world, because if I have to flee, I'm going to flee. I think there's a bigger story to tell about the BRICS. It's almost 3/4 of the world's population have signed on. So there was only the Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. But the big one is Saudi Arabia and Iran. Now, the reason that's important is they hate America. And if you can get that picture, plus you have the Belt and Road Project, you have most of the world that's not, I'm going to hope you don't get censored with me saying this, But the world that they're going into is a non-Christian world. I'm not being, religious and all this. I'm not being political. I'm saying it's, Muslim, Hindu, Islam, and all this. So this is a very big move. It's because the world, who is not white, Anglo-Saxon, Protestant, Christian, like Australia, New Zealand, Canada, England, they're joining up against the Western currency called the dollar. And so the BRICS is not if, it's only when. Jim Rickards says it best. It's not if, it's when they switch to gold. That's what I agree with him.